Product Bucker, Season 4, Episode 10, Shipping Velocity, the hidden KPI of great product teams. Welcome back to Product Bucker, and this one is special because this is the season finale. Over the last few weeks, we've talked about ideas, discovery, validation, and launches. But there's one invisible force that separates good product teams from great ones: velocity, not speed, velocity, the rate at which a team learns and ships what actually matters. Because in product, the goal is not to move fast and break things, it's to move fast and learn things. Today, we're unpacking why velocity is the most underrated KPI in product management and how great teams protect it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Rishikesh, a product manager and the founder of Product Sense. On Product Baker, we talk about what really drives outcomes in product teams. Not frameworks for slides, not vanity metrics, but habits and decisions that compound over time. Let's talk velocity. Let me start with a confession. Most teams use the word velocity completely wrong. They treat it as a measure of output: how many story points burned, how many tickets closed, how many documents shipped. That's not velocity, that's busyness. Real velocity is about outcomes. It's about how quickly a team can form a hypothesis, test it in the real world, learn, and adjust. Ask yourself this: are we shipping faster because we're focused? Or are we shipping more because we're overwhelmed? That difference matters. Look at Stripe. One of their internal mantras is simple: better is better, fast is fine. They don't celebrate speed for its own sake, they celebrate learning cycles. How quickly did we learn whether this mattered? How quickly did we reduce uncertainty? That's real velocity, momentum with meaning. High velocity doesn't happen by accident. Great teams engineer it, and almost every high velocity team has three things in common. First, clarity. Everyone knows why they are building, not just the feature name, not just the roadmap item. The problem, the user, the success signal. Clarity reduces rework, and rework is the biggest tax on velocity. When teams aren't clear, they move fast in the wrong direction and then move even slower fixing it. Second, autonomy. High velocity teams don't wait for permission at every step. They have clear guardrails and freedom within them. Fewer approvals, shorter loops. Decisions happen close to the work. That's why small, empowered teams often move faster than large, well resourced ones. Third, feedback loops. Every release teaches something immediately. Learning speed beats shipping speed. This is why teams like Figma iterate so quickly. They ship micro releases. Each one tests a single idea, not a big bet, a small question. And because they learn faster, they improve faster. Velocity is not about doing more, it's about learning more per unit of effort. Now, here's where many PMs accidentally kill velocity. They try to measure it too aggressively. Burn down charts, throughput dashboards, commit counts. That's not velocity, that's surveillance. Instead, measure learning per cycle. After every sprint, ask three questions. What did we learn about the user? What assumption did we invalidate? What can we do faster next time? That's it. Velocity is a culture, not a spreadsheet. When Spotify introduced the squad model, the goal wasn't to make engineers type faster, it was to make teams decide faster. Because in most companies, the real bottleneck isn't execution, it's alignment, it's waiting, it's indecision, and velocity dies in meetings. Here's the secret most teams learn too late: sustainable velocity comes from rhythm, not rush. The best teams don't sprint forever, they move in deliberate cycles. Basecamp popularized this idea: 6 weeks of focused building, 2 weeks of cooldown, no endless backlogs. No creeping scope, just commitment followed by recovery. Velocity without rest leads to burnout. Velocity with rhythm leads to breakthroughs. So if your team feels constantly tired, you don't have a speed problem. You have a recovery problem. And tired teams don't learn well. Here's your Booker moment for the season finale. Your product's velocity is a reflection of your clarity and your courage. Because speed isn't about typing faster, it's about deciding sooner. Great product managers don't chase movement, they create momentum, and momentum compounds. And that brings us to the end of Product Bucket Season 4. From zero to one, from discovery to validation to launch to velocity. If there's one takeaway from this entire season, it's this: building what matters isn't about moving fast, it's about moving with purpose. Thank you for tuning in every week and get ready because season 5 is about to shift gears from building products to leading them. Coming soon, the Product Leaders Playbook. Until then, stay curious, stay relentless, and as always, keep the Becker alive.